Obama's relentless assault on civil liberties in this country is, from the standpoint of people who insist on continuing to support his administration, it's becoming a bit tiresome to hear the same stuff over and over again that we listened to for 8 years of the criminal, out-of-control Bush crime family. The latest here is Obama's Department of Justice deciding that the Miranda ruling of 45 years ago is no longer applicable when they, the Department of Justice, say it is no longer applicable. In much the same way that leading or joining in an attack on another country in complete violation of the UN Charter. You know, it's one thing to to get a UN resolution. It's something else again to follow through on a UN resolution without even notifying your own Congress. Now, that is the kind of behavior that is expected from Dick Nixon and George W. Bush and other right-wing criminals, but Barack Obama, of course. So anyway, back to what Glenn Greenwald wrote today, quoting the Wall Street Journal, that the Obama administration is now pretty much following the pattern set down by George W. Bush's second administration. Greenwald writes, for that reason, the Wall Street Journal is surely correct when it calls these new guidelines, quote, one of the Obama administration's most significant revisions to rules governing the investigation of terror suspects in the United States, end quote, Wall Street Journal. Note that in 7 years of prosecuting the war on terror after 9/11, the Bush administration never tried to dilute Miranda guidelines, though doing so for them was irrelevant because they simply imprisoned even American citizens like Jose Padilla. But they never tried to dilute Miranda guidelines during the entire time that they corrupted on other levels the society. Ironically, it was the Obama administration, or I'm sorry, it was this administration that defended the sanctity of Miranda back in late 2009 when the animals, the pigs, Cheney, Kristol, Limbaugh, Palin, attacked Obama for Mirandizing the underwear bomber as soon as he was taken into custody. Remember that? The guy that tried to blow up the jet over Detroit? And he was Mirandized, and the right-wing trolls and bastards started in on him immediately? Well, back then, the Obama White House and its loyalists stridently argued that Miranda does not interfere with effective interrogations, and that in any event, it is a pillar of our justice system that should not be eroded. Amazing what 2 years does, huh? Now, as Greenwald writes, we'll undoubtedly be hearing from the same precincts now, from the very same people, that diluting Miranda is necessary to keep us safe, that it's fully within a president's right to change Miranda guidelines without Congress, just like, you know, a president can start wars on his own, and that it's merely a tiny little change that pales in comparison to the really important issues of the day. So for anyone who defends Obama's new decisions here, shouldn't you also admit that Rush Limbaugh and Bill Kristol were right in criticizing Obama back then? Huh? So if you're going to defend this decision by Obama, if you're going to stick with him, then you are squarely in the camp of the right-wing hogs that are destroying the country. That's not a very pleasant thought, is it? In other words, with the sweep of a unilateral pen, Glenn Greenwald writes, Miranda simply no longer compels the government to read you your rights if you're accused of involvement in terrorism, and FBI agents unilaterally decide that it no longer applies to you, Miranda. It's really something, isn't it? Huh? This, for you folks who insist that Obama is the man, does this mean anything to you? I mean, at all? One thing after another. How about this one? Anything? Are you still supporting the Obama administration? Oh, Mike! Oh, but the Supreme Court! He's going to support justices! Appoint them! We got to have a Democrat!